Hello and thank you for joining our channel, Josh and Sabrina Take on the World. Today we're going to be talking about face masks, non-medical face masks with a built-in filter pocket. Everybody I think right now is pretty familiar with having to wear face masks. We have to wear them when we go out in public here. It's mandatory. I'm sure in the parts of the world that you live in, you're probably wearing face masks as well. We started out just wearing, I guess, cotton type face masks. This particular one is one that I think we bought at the Gap. It's a double layer face mask made out of a tightly woven cotton material there, and it just kind of fits around the back of the ears for some protection. And here's some other examples of similar sorts of masks. But recently we switched over to wearing face masks that come with a filter pocket, and the face masks that have a little filter pocket in them can actually take a PM 2.5 filter. And these filters here, the PM stands for particulate matter and 2.5 stands for 2.5 microns. So these filter things 2.5 microns and smaller. So the idea is that you would put one of these into, say, a mask with a filter pocket on them, and then when you're breathing through the mask, you're getting some layer of protection from here, but you're further getting another layer of protection through the PM 2.5 filter. So a couple of things with these 2.5 filters to consider is that there's a lot of, what would you call it, knockoff filters that are out there that can be found on Amazon. So you have to be very careful when you're actually considering purchasing a PM filter to go in your face mask. These particular PM filters have excellent reviews, and I've cut one open so that we can take a look at it. They're from a company called Millton, if you can kind of see that there. These filters basically consist of 5 individual layers. So you've got just kind of an outer layer fabric there. Then you've got a secondary layer here, which is made out of what they call melt-blown fabric. This is very important. There's a lot of filters out there that say they have this melt-blown fabric in them, but they don't really have it. Melt-blown fabric is really increased in price because it's used in higher-end filters. And due to COVID, that's driven the prices up. So there's a lot of people that are either not adding that layer in, or they're saying that it is that particular fabric when it's not. Then this particular filter has the charcoal activated, if I can peel it apart here, there we go, layer that's in there as well. Then we've got another melt-blown layer of fabric here, and then we've got another third layer here. So all of those layers come together and kind of form the one individual filter that you would have. So Sabrina, for her work, you wear quite often what, a surgical?
That's all we're allowed to wear. Surgical
mask there. So her surgical masks have the melt-blown layers in there. So again, you really want to make sure that you've got the 5 layers in there, and that the filters that you're buying actually say that they're melt-blown. You can cut a filter open when you get it, and you can check them out to ensure that you've got that other layer there. It kind of, when you pull it apart, it looks a little bit like you're kind of pulling apart. It's like cotton candy, the way the fibers kind of pull apart there.
It almost looks like a dryer sheet.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, that would be another way of saying it. A dryer sheet. I wouldn't recommend putting a dryer sheet up to your face. But there's been some studies, and one study in particular that I found when doing the research with regards to these particular filters and putting them in masks, is that the filter was out of the Donald Breen School of Information and Computer Sciences at the University of California. And a number of researchers there actually did some tests where they took N95 masks, they took PM 2.5 filters that they put in regular cotton masks. What else did they take? They took some filters out of like HVAC type filters that they put into masks as well. And they found that the N95 mask was the most efficient at catching COVID-like particles, but that the cotton mask with the PM 2.5 charcoal filter in it was the next best out of those, along with the HVAC filter, followed by the least effective would just be just a straight cotton mask. So a couple of things to consider when you're looking at masks that have built-in filter pockets is, just like any other mask, does it fit comfortably? You want something that fits well, something that's going to give you a good seal around your face, because anytime there's extra air that can seep in or come out, that's obviously escaping and not going through the filter. So those are all important things. Breathability, you want something that's obviously comfortable that you can still breathe through, but not something like, this is a really good example, and we're going to do the candle test in a minute with a couple of the filter pocket masks that we like. And with a mask like this one, now this one was actually given to Sabrina, but they told her when they gave it to her not to bother wearing it at her place of work. It's probably a good thing. I've got it turned inside out right now so you can't see where it came from, but it completely failed the candle test, and we'll talk about that in a few minutes. The cotton material here that it looks like it's made out of is a real open sort of weave, so when you breathe through it, there's a lot of air that's actually going just straight through here and coming out the other side. So not ideal for either catching anything. If you're sneezing, it's really just going to blow right out through this one. So one of the particular masks that I really like is the Herschel mask. Now Herschel is a Canadian company. They sell these in the US. You can buy them directly from their website. They have a built-in PM 2.5 filter pocket in it. The material is really nice, lightweight, plus it has the added ability of having a real nice kind of pocket for the filter. If you actually open up the mask and you look on the inside, they've got kind of a nice little woven part that you can stick the filter directly into to hold it in place. Where one of the other masks that we like, that our local college and Goodwill Industries, this is a program between, I think it was Fanshawe College and Goodwill Industries. This is a very nice big mask. It has a filter pocket in it, but the filters get put in kind of from the side. So if you can see that, if we pull the filter out, you can see that the filter just kind of goes into this big open chasm and kind of just sits in there. So it has a tendency of moving around a little bit, which isn't ideal. You want your filter to stay right in place, obviously over your mouth and your nose through the mask. You don't really want your filter moving around in here, where the Herschel one is very nice, because if you look at this being the nose bridge of the mask, when you open it up here from the bottom, like I say, you see that there's the little pouch right in here that you can put that particular filter right into there. So I don't know. You like these ones. You've been wearing these ones.
How much it covered my face.
These ones definitely have good coverage, and I guess that's another thing in terms of the mask, is ensuring that the mask that you do buy is large enough. These, if you had probably maybe a longer face, would be a little bit short, might ride up. I've seen some comments on the review for their site saying that the size was a little bit smaller, but then there's lots of other people that say that they're great, that they found other masks that were too large, and these ones fit ideally. So this particular one just goes right over like that, and then over the years they've got these little straps here. You can just pull the little tie tight. It also came with a little plastic, if you don't want to wear it over the ears, it would just do up on the back side here, so it would make it as more of a mask that didn't put any pressure. But it's extremely comfortable, extremely light. I think it kind of looks a little stylish, like it compared to some of the masks that are out there. It's got real pretty tight in through here. But as Sabrina was saying, I don't know if you want to try that. Well, we'll pop that out for now, but if you want to try that on.
The thing I don't like about this is how it goes over my head at the back.
Yeah, it doesn't go, this particular one doesn't go over the ears.
Like, I don't really know how to do it at the back.
Yeah. But as you can see, it goes way down around the chin and up
It's
over
just a little loose.
up over the ears.
Okay.
Yeah, that needs to be tightened. Needs to be
Like you're
tightened up
supposed
a
to wear it
bit.
like
Yeah,
that?
up a little higher. So again, the two different styles. I just like this one's really quick and easy to come off. Pull it up, down, around there. The filter pocket stays holds the filter in place, so it stays right over the mask where you would want it to be. Now the Herschel mask, as I say, Herschel's a Canadian company, but they sell in Canada, the US. I think you can buy these from their website in the UK, over in Europe. These retail for $20 Canadian. They come in a nice little bag here. Whereas the one from the local Goodwill Fanshawe College, which can be purchased at like the Goodwill centers, donation centers here in our city, these retailed for, I think they were $12 a piece. Still a great mask. The Herschel just has some other design considerations with how the pocket is. It's lighter. I find it to be a little bit more comfortable on the face. And I'm not sure, you probably aren't necessarily familiar with Herschel, but they're kind of a designer brand in terms of their clothing and backpacks and things like that they make. So like they were founded in 2009 by a couple of brothers out in Vancouver, British Columbia. So one of the things that we mentioned, or I guess I mentioned at the beginning, is the candle test. I think it was Bill Nye. I'm sorry if it was someone else, but I'm pretty sure it was Bill Nye that kind of came up with this initial thing. I think he did it in one of his videos, and the idea behind it is that if you can take a candle and you can put your mask on and still manage to blow out the candle through the mask, there's too much air actually coming through the mask, which isn't a good thing. So we're just gonna demonstrate that now. I don't know if you want to give her a go here.
Do you want me to light the candle?
Sure, you can light the candle. I can hold it.
Oh, I start the house on fire.
Yeah. Yep, we're all good. So you can see that we've got the candle lit there. Again, this one's inside out. This is just actually a two layer mask. But if I bring it down here, you can see that was extremely easy to extinguish.
So would this even be good for like grocery stores?
This
or anything at all?
I wouldn't give this to anybody. This is the kind of thing that if you had a worst enemy and you thought, I kind of like to give them something, don't give this to your worst enemy, because it's definitely not effective at all. This was another freebie one.
It was from my union, but it seems a bit thicker than the last one.
Seems a bit thicker, but your union still doesn't seem to care. Your employer doesn't seem to care as much, and your union doesn't care overly. So if we take this one here,
slightly harder, but not by much.
Again, very easy to blow that out. We can come in here now. If you want to try that guy there without even the filter pocket. We'll just light this candle again. So this is our local Goodwill college. You can see, even if I hold it close,
I don't want to start my face with that.
It's not blowing out.
I was kind of skeptical when you said the Goodwill was selling masks, but
Yeah, because they're donation center that you think. So if we try, this is the Herschel mask. I take it here. If you notice that the Herschel mask with the PM 2.5 filter, there's not even much movement in the candle itself. So, you know, again, if you're looking for a real high quality mask, and I've been wearing the Herschel one daily now for over a week, I would wholeheartly recommend the Herschel.
You want to try the Gap?
Sure, little expensive at $20, but you're definitely getting what you're paying for.
And how much more are the filters?
Oh yeah, the filters. Didn't talk about the filters. So basically, these filters, I bought these on Amazon. Again, these are the Millton filters. They're the five layer ones with the activated charcoal in the center of them. These guys here are going to run you, I think, about $20 Canadian. So you're probably looking at around $15 US. There's 50. A lot of people online were talking about how often you actually have to clean these or throw these away. They say that you could kind of leave them in a mask if you weren't washing the mask or that, and you're just wearing them like to go to the grocery store or here or there. You'd be able to get away with a week's worth of use before you have to throw the filter away. But if you would be wearing them non-stop all day in a workplace environment, they recommend that you dispose of the filter after that. So these guys come in packages of 50. If you see filters that are out there that are considerably less than these, I'd really caution you and make sure that they are the 5 layer with the melt blown fabric, which is very important that 2 layers of that are in there, because that's the special fabric that's built into all these filters or face masks that are out there, like the KN or K, or I guess it's N95, or you see it as KN95 masks. All have that filter type material in there. Oh, so you want to do this one?
This one's from the Gap.
So this is the Gap mask. So you can see that it's moving a little bit, just blowing around, but still can't blow it out. But these guys here, if we just kind of end the video off with putting this back on again, fairly easy to blow those guys out. So points to remember is always make sure that the face mask that you choose fits you well, covers your face, your whole entire nose area, down over your mouth and around the chin. Get something that's going to be comfortable if you're going to be wearing it for considerable amounts of time during the daytime. I see some people that are out there that have these masks on that their ears are pulled forward with a lot of strain and that on there. You don't want anything like that, which is why I really recommend the Herschel. I've worn the Gap one for quite a bit of time as well. The Gap one is definitely a lot heavier, but with these guys here, I think you were getting 3 of them.
The kids really liked them.
Yeah, 3 of these masks were around $20 Canadian, I think is what we paid for them. Whereas the Herschel one here, you're looking at $20 just for a mask. So you know, I went out and I think bought 4 or 5 of them. So pretty quickly you're up to $100 a mask, because you figure you want some to throw in the laundry or that. But still, when it's something that you're trying to give yourself some protection, and certainly when you combine it with the high quality PM filter mask with the activated charcoal layer in between, you're definitely approaching a higher quality level of filtration than just a straight cotton mask, and this just adds, you know, extra cents overall. But if you're trying to keep yourself and your family happy and healthy, you know, can you really put a price on that sort of thing? So
you can, because they charge you for the mask.
well, you can, but you're going to pay for it because you want to keep your family healthy and safe, right? So I hope that gives you some additional information on non-medical grade COVID face mask with a filter pocket. Definitely highly recommend the Herschel face mask, but any face mask when combined with the PM 2.5 high quality filter is going to be better than just a straight cotton mask. And when in doubt, if you want to give the candle method a try, just to make sure that it doesn't blow out with just a simple little blow,
Thanks, Bill Nye.
probably a good thing too. So anyways, thank you very much for watching our video. We hope that you've enjoyed it, and stay safe.